Welcome back to our channel. He's Steven, I'm Andy, and today... Stop time again. This is really why we needed the helmets. They weren't worried about us falling off the horses. It was the stuff pelting off our heads.
When you last saw us, we were in Mindo, a nature and adventure lovers paradise.
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful! Today, we're at Cotopaxi National Park, and we're gonna go by horse!
If you're new to the channel, welcome! We're Steven and Andy, caffeinated travelers of the US and beyond.
When our lives changed completely in 2020, we decided it was our sign to spend as much time as possible enjoying what matters. Cotopaxi National Park is a must-do day trip from Quito. It wasn't even on our radar, but our travel agents recommended it, and we're so glad they did.
It was about a 2-hour drive from Quito, which included a stop for essentials. Coca candies to help with symptoms of altitude sickness. You can also take coca in the form of tea or even just chewing the leaves. Quito is already at a pretty high elevation, and Cotopaxi just gets higher from there. So if you're not used to the altitude, expect shortness of breath at the very least, but possibly even headaches and nausea.
The tour stopped here at the park entrance for breakfast. We brought ours from the hotel, but we wanted to get some coca tea for the high altitudes.
Once in the park, we were dropped off to meet our horses and start our ride.
We get to wear these awesome ponchos because apparently it gets quite windy up there, so this is gonna help keep us warm.
Sounds like you're feeling the elevation a little bit.
A little bit. I'm out of breath a bit, yeah. How do I look? Am I ready?
Awesome.
Sweet.
Perfecto.
Helmet,
Yeah,
yes.
helmet.
Gracias. Doesn't fit. I got a big head.
Cabeza grande.
Okay, I am ready. Let's do this. I get the big one. All right, here we go.
1, 2, 3.
That was not graceful.
Okay.
Gracias.
Control. Sí.
¿El nombre?
Es Chugo.
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 I got Chugo.
Y Cututo. Cututo.
Cotuto?
Cututo.
All right.
¿Tanta?
It's got a mohawk.
Bien. Bien. Okay.
It wasn't booked as a private tour, but it worked out that way for us since everyone else in the group opted for the mountain bikes.
This is so much better than hiking and biking. Our tour guide first asked us if we were interested in mountain biking, and I was a little hesitant. We don't really have experience on that, and I wasn't real sure if we could handle it. But then she suggested horseback riding instead, and we were all about that.
The terrain kept changing as we made our way around the volcano and into the valley.
Yeah, it's amazing.
We spotted several skeletal remains throughout our ride.
That is a skull. Okay.
We never did figure out what kind of animals they belonged to.
In the area, 4 volcans. Sincholagua, Paso Choa, Rumiñahui, y el Cotopaxi.
Chugo was a hungry horso who kept grabbing mouthfuls along the way.
snack time again. And another snack. More snacks. Okay, so one more snack for the hill. Let's do it. I am really feeling the altitude. I'm not even the one doing all the work and I'm still out of breath. But it is gorgeous up here. Even though most of our tour did the bike riding and the hiking, I'm so glad we went this route, especially after yesterday. I hurt my foot a little bit in Mindo, so I was prepared to do some hiking if we had to today, but this is so much better.
Horse is bouncing me. And we have some storm clouds coming in on the other side, so it looks like we're gonna be getting some rain.
Wild horse. It's wild. Oh, it's beautiful. We're getting some weather and it's actually so beautiful. Ooh, picking up the pace. We got some rain on us now. A little bit of sleet a little earlier. And we've had some thunder rolling actually to my left, but then it echoes from the hills on my right. So we get it in stereo and it's so cool.
We're coming.
Ooh, let's not go to the edge. That's okay. This is really why we needed the helmets. They weren't worried about us falling off the horses. It was this pelting off our heads. That was a good one.
That was awesome.
You look like you reverse peed yourself.
Yeah, oh, I did.
Oh, okay. Well, it's really cold now that we don't have those nice alpaca ponchos on, so got my hoodie up there. But that was just incredible.
Hear that thunder?
Oh, it's so good.
Amazing.
It is absolutely beautiful here. The weather.
I feel like I've seen landscapes that vast, driving past or things like that, but I haven't been in it.
No.
On a horse.
That was just perfect. Such a fantastic way to see Cotopaxi National Park. Highly recommend.
Big time.
So the benefit to breaking away from the group and having the horseback riding tour instead turned out to be that we had the tour all to ourselves, which was amazing.
It was so unbelievable.
It also gave us time to do what we wanted in terms of filming and putting up the drone, because the guide was happy to accommodate whatever we wanted to do, which was so perfect.
Yeah.
We didn't have to keep a group waiting for us or anything like that. So that was definitely the plus. However, the negative now is that our tour finished up before the bike tour. So we are standing out here in the cold waiting for our bus and we're wet. So it's extra cold. Just a couple things to think about if you're gonna come up this way. One, if you're starting in Quito, you're at a pretty high elevation already, but this is quite a bit higher. I forget what they said in terms of how many meters, and where they went for the bike tour and to start hiking for the glacier, yeah, it's a little bit higher. You're gonna feel it with like the oxygen and everything like that, so definitely come prepared for that. Also, with the increased elevation, we have a decrease in temperature, so it is always much colder up here. So I would say it started out around 50 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
When the weather rolled in, it definitely dropped a bit.
Yeah,
So I would say we're
bring
probably
layers.
like in the 40s. Exactly. What he said, bring layers. Definitely if you have a waterproof jacket, rain jacket of some kind, or ponchos of some kind, bring those with you as well, because the weather here apparently changes frequently and on a dime.
Yeah.
So be prepared for all kinds. But you know what? It is gorgeous. It is so worth it. I'm so glad we did this.
Oh, it's amazing.
Gosh, that was such a wonderful day, but
Incredible.
so exhausting. Next up, you guys, the Amazon. That's where we're going next. So make sure you subscribe, hit that bell so you know when that video goes up. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.